Yeah. It's a full-time job with no benefits. Too many ego, too many fits. Count money with a side of stress.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy, Still Khalil. Listen, if y'all hear some noise in the background, it's my wife's birthday today, so we having a party. I had to get these videos out for y'all, though, because I am a full-time YouTuber now. Even though I'm not full-time, I'm pretending like I am because we on the way. All right, road to 1K. It's your boy, Still Khalil. Like I told y'all, y'all are my Khalillionaires. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's what I call my twins and the friends that's locked in. If you're not yet locked in, all you got to do is hit a couple of buttons and you in, twin. Anyway, I know that was very cringe, so let's get to today's video. We got Omeezy. Shout out to Omeezy. Shout out to the Khalillionaires, by the way. You all know what I'm talking about. That's what I call my friends and the twins that's locked in. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm glad y'all back here rocking with me. Fuck this shit go. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get to the video. This is about rich celebrity. B. Simone been in the news recently, man. And it ain't been for a good reason. So let's see what's going on with her friend and why this is a bad look for her moving forward. On a PR standpoint and for life. I don't know.
Being a best friend with a celebrity, everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom. All this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid because whatever I'm building my story.
Jesus. Oh man, I could have helped you. Oh dang. Oh my God. What? Hey, that's what I'm seeing first off. But we're gonna let it keep growing.
Wait a minute.
But it's like, as a friend somebody who has it, it's hard to digest.
Putting it on Jesus is crazy as hell. Look, I first saw that clip go on the internet and I thought that, man, she's telling a true story about a friend who was dealing with a situation and they had a friend that was a celebrity and they just weren't helping out. But when I found out that the friend in question was her, the woman talking, Shekinah, and B. Simone was the celebrity friend in question, they're sitting across from each other saying these things, I about lost my mind. This is B. Simone's podcast. It's a new spin-off of her doing those skits. She's transitioning into a new career in content creation, becoming more mature and more older. But as she becomes more mature and more older and presents herself in a new way and new light to people, she's showing that she's just not a good person, like at all.
So many women go through that, whether it's a friend, you get hurt and now you move with this fear. Guard up, this fear, this anger, you're broken, you're hurt.
Yeah.
So I don't want to ever move like that. I think about all the things I did in my past for people, for friends, for family, for the wrong people. The money, I done gave people money. I done bought houses. I done paid for divorces.
Now think about how I feel as your friend.
B. Simone is talking about her going through something.
That's what I'm saying. What? How you gonna say all of this? You paid all this, you did all this. But your friend been sitting across from you this whole time going through shit, needing shit, and you feel bad because you gave it to the wrong motherfuckers who hurt you when all you had to do was give it to your friend. Do y'all not be hearing? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes y'all need to be hearing yourselves.
That a lot of celebrities go through, that phase where they get a lot of money and they want to help a lot of people, but ultimately they end up being burned by said people, which is very fair and very valid. Those with resources have this plight and it goes unheard because you do have resources, and honestly nobody's trying to hear it. But there are often times where people take advantage of you, but that does not excuse when there are good people who are in your corner not getting help. That's just ultimately the name of the game. Sometimes you're gonna get burned, but sometimes, as Shekinah is saying, as her friend sitting here listening to it as she's on food stamps, it's kind of hard to digest this message.
And I've done all that, and then the right people come around that have the purest heart, that love you so much, and you're stifling and you're looking and you're paranoid and you looking people up and down and you're it's anxiety. That's not coming from a healed place. It's coming from, like you said, bitterness.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like a
In her defense a little bit, because I know he might not take up for her. it sounds like she got a lot of unhealed trauma. And she just said it basically. It's like she's... So this is my thing when I say certain people shouldn't get famous yet. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't be famous, you don't deserve to have your career. But I feel like you need to go through a certain, like, mental unblockage before you become a voice that everybody be listening. You know what I mean? Like, there are people who are way less famous than B. Simone that have way better takes on life that won't be famous because they see how many famous people are like this. And so they don't want to be seen as that when it could not be seen like that if we allowed the... Anyway, I'm talking too much. CIA gonna come get me, man.
A guard is up.
Yeah.
I've never been like that in my life. And I feel like I'm coming out of that slowly.
Yeah, I think
but there
you are.
was a little moment where I had it like I was heavy. I was like, and I was aware. I was like, I do not want to be like this.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I hear it in my tone. Like, I agree with you. I can't even say I disagree with you. I feel it.
Yeah. You
It's
were like,
pain.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's catch it.
Yeah.
Let's catch it.
Yeah. It's,
That's
you
what
were
it,
swallowing it though, because you didn't have nothing. Okay.
But what were you going to say? And think about how I feel as your...
I mean, this was the hardest season of my life this last year.
The thing about people with mics is they feel as if they talk very slowly with their hands. They're saying something profound. Now, I will say in this situation, I am a little bit split. There is some validity to what B. Simone is saying. Usually when you've been done wrong in the past, you put up your guard. That's genuinely and generally how people feel and the actions that they take. However, what I don't agree with is recognizing that this is a real and legitimate person that's going to be in your life and in your corner and saying now, oh, well, you know what? You don't need my help. I don't need to help you, etc., etc. That's where I draw the line, especially when this person is going through the whirlwind. A small bone would have been able to help them. You don't have to give them the whole kit and caboodle, but damn, give a brother something. And if we get into the real root of the guarding problems, it's always going to lead back to one road and one road only.
If God said it, just because you were heartbroken, if God said, go, that's your husband, but now you fearful because the last nigga cheated, you done
What?
missed out on
The whole blessing.
The whole blessing. You
Yep.
can't let the past pain and the past heartbreak and the past relationship breakup and the past anger and sadness and brokenness keep you from doing it again, trying it
Oh,
again.
Lord.
It's always a man. It's always a man that's going to stop you. Yeah, you trying to throw your repressed feelings and anger about men into this mix as to why you didn't help your friend should have been one of the final smacks in the face that caused your friend to smack you in the face. That is not an excuse at all. Your friend was absolutely struggling, and because you couldn't keep your legs closed and because now you are jaded to giving people things, then all of a sudden your friend has to struggle. I don't even understand that, and a lot of people don't.
I don't know why B. Simone is in the habit of getting on the podcast and telling us about all of her terrible friendships. This go around, B. Simone's best friend is talking about how she was on the verge of homelessness, car was getting repoed, while B. Simone was on wilding out, counting checks and doing all these things for other people. Now the best friend is talking about how she was going through all these sad things while her best friend was a celebrity. And you would think B. Simone and the best friend are talking about somebody else, the way B.
Facts.
Simone is talking about, Jesus, my God. Just egging it on like this must have been such a hard time for this girl. Come to find out, B. Simone is the celebrity best friend that she was talking about. I'm telling you, it's something about B. Simone. She will make it through a cancelable moment. She done been canceled like 4 different times. I swear to God.
I think B. Simone and her best friend are using the term a little too loosely. I don't know if we've changed the definition of best friend over the years, but not only are they not best friends, they're not even friends.
Yeah.
Like a friend wouldn't even do you like that. It's almost as if as B. Simone is hearing it for the first time. Like she's like, I had to move back in with my parents, my car got repossessed, and B. Simone is like, Jesus, like, did you not know these things? Like it wasn't like I know.
That's my point. That's kind of like a stab in the back on some extra shit. Like you already was the friend that didn't help her, that was helping other motherfuckers in her face. Now you on a live thing talking about how you was doing that. And then when she talks about how she was going through that, you don't say I'm sorry. You don't say damn that must have felt bad for you. You just be like, oh Jesus, oh that's so bad. It's like you mocking her, nigga. Like, the fuck? Come on, B.
I'm so sorry that happened to you. She was like, damn. Like, what? I think someone has to teach her, like, not everything needs to be on a platform where we all get to just stop.
Now, the last young woman was correct. I don't think B. Simone and her best friend are really best friends. I wouldn't consider them to be friends. Hell, I wouldn't even consider them
You say the light-skinned woman? I'm not gonna rewind, but okay.
to be acquaintances. We're not talking about big favors for somebody who was making big bankrolls off of selling books or, being on Wild 'N Out or whatever the case may be. Throw her a bone. You didn't throw her anything. Like, I know regular people with 9-to-5s, other responsibilities, bills, and they're drowning that can at least let their friends sleep on a couch or throw them some dollars. Sure, some of these things are more long-term and long-lasting. Like, sounds like your friend needed some sort of job or whatever the case may be, but get your friend a job. Get your friend a car so she doesn't have to get her car repossessed. I'm pretty sure B. Simone can afford a cash car, and yes, I'm counting somebody's pockets, but to then say that this is the story that you had to go through and put God into the equation, no, you could have just been a little bit, and I just mean a little bit better of a best friend than you claim to be on this platform.
What pissed me off the most is not that she was going through these hardships, because I understand her mindset. Like, even though you my friend, you're not obligated to help me if you don't want to. But at the same time, if I call you my best friend and I reach a level of surplus or a level of status to where I am rich and famous, you coming with me. B. Simone over there talking about some Jesus. Oh, I'll slap the fuck out of you in his name.
Now, there's been conversations about whether B. Simone should have been more involved in her friend's life. Did she even know in the first place that she was struggling, or did she know to the degree of which the struggle Hood went through? And to me, honestly, I don't think that I can consider somebody my best friend if I don't know what's going on in their day-to-day life. Now, me as a man, I don't talk to my friend every single day. We don't yap on the phone. We're not having conversations constantly. And we may not even get into the personal conversations like that. But I am aware of pretty much everybody in my surroundings and immediate circle. So if they are going through something, I can kind of sense it. Hey, you took 3 Ubers in a row. What's going on? I thought you had a car. Hey, you want me to pick you up, but you're always at your mom's house. Hey girl, is that a food stamp card in your wallet? Like, I don't know. There's telltale signs all the time of people switching their behavior, switching their
Hey man, some people got food stamp cards all the time. Don't worry about all this, sweetheart. I don't got one, but I know some people that do. For different reasons. They got some other money. I ain't trying to snitch on them or nothing.
pattern, switching all those things. And ultimately that means that you should be able to pick up on those things if you claim to be somebody's best friend. But honestly, every time B. Simone speaks, it sounds like her friends are in a torture chamber. It is hell to be B. Simone's friend.
Being friends with B. Simone sounds absolutely fucking terrible. What do you mean your best friend, who is known for boasting about her $1 million, oh, I'm a millionaire, is watching you struggle, and not just regular kind of struggle. You struggling on food stamps, you struggling on getting your car repossessed, you watching her write checks to random people, and she calls you her best friend, and she won't say, hey friend, let me fill up your fridge. I'm not saying that she has to live your life for you. That's not what I'm saying at all. To call yourself someone's friend and watch them struggle when you know it is within your power to help them even a little bit, that is cruel. How can you consider that to be how can you consider somebody like that to be your friend?
I don't want to hear about building a story. I definitely don't want to hear about hiding behind the veil of Christianity, especially when we saw B. Simone preaching in a blazer and some booty shorts the other day. And before y'all get in my comments, I know what y'all are going to say. Come as you are, which I totally understand. But I think that this reeks.
Come as you are to hear the message. I don't think the preacher should have on no booty shorts. And I like to see booty shorts. You know what I'm saying? But not in church, baby. Not in the environment when you're trying to preach to somebody, tell them about how good the God is. I mean, that does show God's goodness. Oh, God is good because He made the booty. But that's maybe I'm just weird. I don't think those two things should be in the same environment for so many different reasons. You know what I mean? You gonna cause your fellow brother to stumble, baby.
of I just stepped into my religion, my faith, and she's using it and ultimately weaponizing it in some different situations and circumstances. Yeah, I don't think that B. Simone is a good friend. And mind you, this isn't the first situation or scenario in which she has done crazy things like this to people that she claims to be her friends.
The caption says, social media users are speculating after B. Simone's crew got together for some festive fun, but the vibe seems a little off with all of her friends unfollowing her. Adding to the plot, Letitia Gardner commented that they're only missing their late friend Jackie O, and it looks like Megan Ashley has been added back to the mix. What's really going on behind the scenes, or do y'all think this is a stretch? Luckily enough for us, Letitia Gardner came and actually commented. She said this, honestly, she said we don't serve her anymore and cut us all off individually, and we still don't understand why. But we all respect her decision and wish her well. We're grateful we all still have each other. This was no shade to her.
And don't get me wrong, that's just one example of her friends being thrown to the side by B. Simone. But that also doesn't excuse the time that right after her friend's passing, she then decided to do a paid close friends in order to get more of the inside scoop about the deaths and how she's mourning and how she's grieving. I don't know. This all lines up with somebody who would also plagiarize 90% of a book and then also leave half of the pages blank and shit like that. Like, B. Simone has historically not been a great person, but the overall conversation about, not helping your friends,
Man, that shit is bogus, man. You cannot be a rich, famous motherfucker writing checks to random motherfuckers and niggas and all kind of people that don't care about you. And your best friend is using food stamps and her fridge ain't full and she got a kid homeless and she can't do this and she got to get out of here. She lost her car and all. God, you ain't seen none of that shit. You seen this shit. You was hoping that she failed so she would need you and beg you to get her some shit. I hate people like that. You know they need your help. Why they gotta beg you? Why they gotta come groveling at your feet and suck your toes and shit? That shit lame, man. But anyway, like I told y'all, it's my wife's birthday today. This video might not make it on the shit because I'm trying to space the shits out. I feel like something's in my throat. Like I might have like a pause. I feel like I might have like a throat like sore or some shit. I don't know what's going on. Like maybe my vocal cords are torn or some shit. So I'm not trying to talk that much for a minute until I figure out what's going on. So I'm trying to space out these videos. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. I love y'all. Shout out to all the Kalenas who made this far in the video. That's what I call my twins and the friends that's like me, baby. I love y'all.